Every year, thousands of artists move to Los Angeles in an attempt to take over Hollywood. What they don't know is that Hollywood is actually a pretty crazy town to live in. I believe if you have an arsenal of antidepressants, aka a lifestyle of love, you can pretty much survive here. I'm Nicole Soul, and you're watching Antidepressants. 6 million people of color have been diagnosed with depression in the United States. Now that's not including the mofos that haven't been diagnosed. There's plenty of reasons to be depressed in this country. We're gonna get into some of them today. One reason to be depressed is world leaders have 12 years to figure out how to decrease gas emissions on the planet. So it's like we're moving to Mars or we're staying here to perish with the robots. Does that mean I should stop paying Sally Mae and just go about living my best life? Maybe. Another casual reason to be depressed: a white woman called the police on a 9-year-old child at a bodega in Brooklyn. Apparently, he tried to touch her butt when walking past. Camera showed that it was his book bag. Plus, what butt, sis? Nonetheless, that's definitely a reason to be depressed. 9-year-olds are being policed. 9-year-old people of color, that is. And last but not least, the culture has officially lost Kanye West to depression and delusion. This week, Kanye took his antics to the White House in front of hundreds of press to talk about, we don't really know what Kanye went to talk about, but it was enough to make hip hop fans go, "What are you doing, son?" I don't know about you guys, but it's enough to be depressed. Let's get into how we can combat all of this shit. Here are 3 antidepressants newbies to LA or people around the globe could infuse into their life to have, more energy, more life. 1, community. So we're gonna take our talents down to Afro House, which is a weekly brunch, and talk to the founders about why they started this beautiful movement. 2, moving your body. I believe exercise is life. I don't do it all the time, but who am I? We're gonna talk to Shireen of Jamrock Fitness. And 3, I'm really excited about a few movies, a few television shows, and a few albums that are coming out that will probably help all of us deal with the funk better. You don't want to miss what we have coming up next. You know when you're depressed and you just really want to seclude yourself? Again, the remedy to that is community. So I'm sitting down to chat with Kelly B, a Spelman woman, a musician, and the founder of The Exchange, and her partner, Grammy-nominated singer and songwriter, Stacey Barth, to talk about how community in the arts is essential for bringing all of us out of the funk and into our life. So how did you guys connect and say, we need to come together and collaborate, Stacey Barth and Afro House, to make The Exchange, which is, I think...
We sat on my couch at the crib and we were literally exchanging like every day. Because after I had the accident, everybody was just coming to my crib because I wasn't going nowhere. I don't like Ubering.
And even before that, Stacey is like a phenomenal chef. So she would have people over her house, you've been,
Yes.
And she's cooking, we're having conversations, and it's just like this great exchange that always happens. So that word, the exchange, Stacey kept saying exchange, like the exchange, and then, it manifested itself.
Or just tell us about a time where you were depressed and like community is what allowed you to come back into the light.
I think like when I first moved to LA, it was like a culture shock for me. So that first like year or 2 I was here, I definitely was in some sort of like depression. And I think just like starting Afro House and being around people that really just like gave me my light back. In New York I felt like really bright and like great, and I thought moving to LA I would feel that same way, but I didn't. I felt very like foreign here. So just having community and understanding that's something that's so important to me, because I had that. I'm from the East Coast, like we all are. So building that in LA, like that really helped me kind of like battle that sort of like little 2-year funk.
So for people that don't know, tell us exactly what happens at The Exchange and what happens at Afro House.
Just spreading positive vibes.
What kind of performances, I guess?
So we have music performances, like a typical Afro House. We'll have like music performances, we'll have poetry, we'll have different chefs from the community. In fact, Stacey has even guest chefed if that's the word,
She could
at an
cook.
Afro House brunch. And just, you know, it's more of a daytime vibe, really about community. And I think the beautiful thing about the exchange is that it happens at night. And that's something Stacey was like really adamant about, like curating a vibe for that nighttime crowd, because it does exist here in LA. And I feel like the exchange, which you can talk about what happens at the exchange, but that's really like what we do at the exchange.
I feel like everybody who found Afro House brunches were like, finally, like all of these spread apart people, they're like, okay, yes, this is what it is. But then there's a whole nother crowd that likes to party and drink, and there's no, you know, alcohol there. I mean, we'll get to sober, but there's no, you know what I mean? It's a very clean Sunday. It's sober Sundays, and then Wednesday's the turn up, but it's still an exchange, and it's still all love, and it's still like everybody's, you know, I've seen the spectrum from the highest to the lowest as far as pay grade, having the same amazing time, and I'm like, that's amazing. You're dancing and just regardless and just like having a good time.
And I think that's something we all share, and Nicole as well, because Nicole's been curating Film Noir Nights, which we like all support. And I think we just believe that people are good people, no matter where you are in life, no matter what you look like, no matter how much money you have in your bank account. And like, yo, we can literally just have fun together and turn up.
Absolutely.
So you can do that during the day, you can do that at night, you can do that at a film event. And like, that's the intent and that's the energy. So don't come over here with none of that other
Don't
stuff.
come with no ego. Leave it at the door. And your funk, because I didn't leave my funk at the door. I brought it in.
But we just
No,
like
but
hug her up.
the funk needed to be overwhelmingly hugged.
Yeah, I was like, I literally went outside and called my cousins, like, and they're all so fucking positive, and it's just like, and it was just so
Was this
silly.
the day that you got stuck on the bus?
Yeah.
alone?
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. So, I just want to toast really quick to Tribe Vibes and continuing to curate amazing experiences. I know that Afro House and the Exchange has personally made me feel a little less anxious. So, cheers.
I'm so happy to know all of you, and yes, hello.
Depression is tricky. One day you're living your best life, and then the next day you're on the couch like, ah! No one wants to work out when they're depressed. It's like the last thing you want to do. The remedy to that is joining a class. Today I am at Trampoline Trim with Tiffany Marie to get my workout on. I was a little anxious this morning, but hopefully I can trim all that away. Let's go check it out. So when you're depressed, you don't want to get up sometimes. You damn sure enough don't want to work out. I believe that if you join a community, it's a better flow. You're surrounded by love. You're held accountable. It's just way better. Tiffany here started a community with Trampoline Trim. Please tell us, what are the benefits of Trampoline Trim?
Trampoline Trim is a high-intensity, low-impact workout that's great for the overall immune system. What makes it different from other workouts in particular is that it's low impact, so it's easy on the joints. It's good for the overall immune system because it does something where it drains your lymphatic flow. Your lymphatic flow is what basically clears your body of toxins.
Okay, I was about to say layman's terms, sis.
Yes. So, it clears your body of toxins. The act of rebounding or jumping on the trampoline activates that lymphatic system, which then drains the body of toxins, so you can fight off colds and different things like that. You're less likely to get things like that because you're literally like working that within.
Yes. Okay, cool. Are you going to show us some moves today? Because I got some things I want to trim. Okay?
If you are interested in taking class with Trampoline Trim, you can find us at my website, www.trampolinetrim.com. First class is free. We have 4 classes a week, yes. If you want to see what we're about, go head over to our Instagram at Trampoline Trim, yes. Follow us, give us a shout out, come check out the workout. Have some fun.
Wow. So I feel happier already. There's a lot of stuff to be depressed about. There's no disputing that. But we can definitely infuse some poppin' things into our lives to maintain a good mental state. That's for sure. Make sure to hashtag Don't Be So Sad, Sis, and let us know how you're combating depression. I'm Nicole Soul, and I'll see you on the other side of the rainbow.